In the first, in the second lesson, we looked at the following HTML tags: the heading, paragraph, and the A tag. We looked at how to embed headings in our web page, including paragraphs and adding external resources with the help of the A tag. We also looked at self-less tags like the HR and the BR. Today we are going to be looking at three more tags, which are UL, image, and div. We're going to look at how to embed lists into our web pages. Now, there are times you want to represent a coordination, right? Or you want to group a set of related items together in your web page. Instead of just listing it with your regular paragraph tag that does not really do the job, you can use UL or OL tag to do that. Now, this UL represents unordered list because in HTML lists there are two types of lists you can embed in your web page. You have the unordered list or ordered list, and the unordered list is represented by the UL tag. So let's open up VS Code and look at how to do that. So we're going to open up our UL tag. Now, after opening up this UL tag, you still need to add an extra tag called the LI. And this is what is actually going to show the representation of the list. The UL is just the wrapper, and then the LI is like the children of the UL tag. So I'm just going to write milk and sugar. I already have my web page opened, so I'm going to navigate there to see what it looks like. So you can see there's no coordination in this unordered list. We just know there's milk and sugar, and any can come first, anyone can come last. So I'm just going to add a heading so we can know what kind of this is. Next tag we're going to look at is the OL tag, and I said this OL represents the ordered list. And the same way we did with the where we added the LI tag, we're going to add a function. I'm just going to copy this tag here. I'll highlight it and then Control C. And I'll come in between the OL tag and Control V. So you can go back to your web page and view. So you can see the OL tag gives us a coordination. We have number one and number two. So you can add as much list as you want to add. So this is how we embed list in our web pages. You can use the UL tag or the OL tag. The next tag we'll be looking at is the image tag. You have definitely visited websites where you see images or you see multiple images, and you might wonder, oh, how do they do this? And that is with the help of the image tag. It is used to embed images in a web page, okay? And this image tag is also a self-less tag. Now, before we look at it, I would like us to go to Chrome or any browser and get a copy of the image. You just search for flowers, put the images, select anyone, and then right click and copy image link. Okay. Once you've copied it, and go back to VS Code. Now let's open up one image tag. Remember, this image tag is a selfless tag, meaning it does not have a closing tag. Okay. Now that we have added this, let's head back to our browser and check. You can see nothing is displayed there, even though we added the tag to our code already. And that is because every image tag must have an attribute called SRC. This SRC is the most important attribute of this image. Okay, so this SRC, this is where you specify the link to your image or you specify the directory to the image. Okay, so after you have added this, you can go back to your web page and check. Okay, so this is the image. You can see how large it is. This image is too large, and if I was a user, I would not enjoy this at all. Image tag also has another attribute called width, and we can use it to reduce the size of that image. So I'll be giving this 300 pixels, and pixels is represented by px. So after adding this, let's go back to check. So you can see the image is transformed. You can also choose to increase the height of your image by adding a height tag. And see, it makes your image longer and stretched. But I will only be sticking with the width attribute. Now, this image we just added, we do not have control over it. We do not own the image. It is just a random image on the internet. Google can decide, okay, they want to take this image down, which means anybody that visits this web page, this image will no longer display. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this G from our image link, and then let's see what happens. You can see it's showing, hold on, it's not supposed to show no preview image. So let me remove this one. Good. Now when the image link is originally broken, it is going to show an icon like this, and this is supposed to tell us that an image is supposed to be here. But a user that does not have knowledge on what this is, it is not going to be a good experience. So what you would like to do is to provide an alternative message, a short description that lets the user know, okay, something is supposed to be here. And the image tag helps us do that by providing the ALT tag, which is short for alternative. So when your image link is broken, you can just add the alternative. So now that I've added this alternative, let's see what happens. So you can see it's showing flower image. Then I can know that, okay, something is supposed to be here. So once the image link is back, I don't know if I still have the link. So yeah. So once the image link is back, I'm just going to repaste the image link. Once the image link is back, you're going to see the image display is normal. Or if the image link is broken, it's going to show the alternative message. So that is how to embed image in your web page. But this is not the only way. Okay. Now this image we embedded in our web page is an external image, meaning we do not have control over it, we do not have ownership over it, right? And it can be taken off the internet at any time. Okay, so one thing you can do is you can download an image and then save it in your local computer. And once you have downloaded it, please put the image in the folder you are storing this your HTML files. Okay, you save the image in the folder you are storing your HTML files. I've already done that, but download the image and then move it into the folder. My own folder is front end, so I moved the image into the front end folder. So let's open up another image tag. Now, instead of specifying Instead of specifying a link or pasting a link in the src attribute, what you're going to do is you're going to specify the name of the image. Okay, you're going to specify the name of the image. And then I'm also going to add an alt, and then the width, I'm going to give it 200 pixels. Okay, so you can see the image is now there. This image that we just added is in our own local computer. Now you might be wondering, since I have this image in my computer, why am I adding an alternative? Well, that is because I can make a mistake while typing the directory of the image or while typing the name of the image. Okay, so in case I break the link of the image purposely, this flower alternative is going to show. So that is why. And this is how we embed images in our web pages. The last element we'll be looking at for now is going to be the div element. This div element is used as a container for other HTML elements. The way we have the body tag and then we add everything we want to display on the web page in that body tag, that is what this div element is used for. So it's a container you can add other HTML elements. So let's look at how it's used. So I'm going to open up the div tag. Remember, I said it is um an a container for other elements, right? So which means I can embed an image in it, I can add lists in it, I can add paragraph, anything as long as it's an HTML element. So I'm going to copy this OL list over here and then I'll paste it in the div. So once I do this, I'm going to go back to my web page and do it. So we can see our list that is being displayed, but you might be wondering, why isn't the div showing? That is because the div is a container. It does not have any distinct look. It does not have any distinct feature that will let you know, okay, this is a div. It is just a container for other HTML elements. But there's something we can add to just, okay, understand how, okay, this OL is actually in a container. So you're going to scroll to the top of your code. And in the head tag, I want you to open up the style tag. We're going to add a quick style just to help us differentiate the div from the body. And in this style tag, I want you to write div. Don't open it as a tag, just type div. And after that, you should open up curly brackets. Now that you have curly brackets, I want you to add background color and I'm going to pick aqua. Okay. And what this does is that it's going to add a background color to the div element we have below here. So you can see it has been added. This div element is a container. It is separate from the body, but you still add the div element inside the body because remember, anything that we want to be displayed on the web page must be inside the body tag. So you can see the color is only applied to the div element, not the entire page, and we can understand that okay, this is a container and then we have our other contents above. So this is where we stopped and then I'll see you in the next class.